Indeed, and the Mayflowers have finished their blooming for the year. Down at the edge of the pond, the tall water grasses and rushes are tossing their heads a little in the wind and swinging a little, lightly and lazily with the motion of the water. But the water is almost clear and still this morning. Do you think now that you know how the pond looks in the sunshine of this May morning? If we come close to the edge where the rushes are growing and look down through the clear water, we shall see some clumsy black bugs. They have 6 legs and are covered with a coat of armor laid plate over plate. The insect himself has a dull, heavy way about him and might be called slow were it not for his eagerness in catching and eating every little fly and mosquito that comes within his reach. I'm afraid you will think he's not very interesting and will not care to make his acquaintance. But let me tell you something. Something very wonderful is about to happen to him, and if you stay and watch patiently, you will see what I saw once and have never forgotten. Here he is, crawling in mud under the water this May morning. Out over the pond shoot the flatwater boatmen, and the water spiders dance and skip as if the pond were a floor of glass, while here and there skims a blue dragonfly with his fine, firm wings that look like the thinnest gauze, but are really wondrously strong for all of their delicate appearance. The dull black bug sees all these bright and agile insects, and for the first time in his life, he feels discontented with his low place in the mud. A longing creeps through him that is quite different from the customary longing for mosquitoes and flies.
I shall creep up the stem of this rush,
He thinks.
and perhaps when I reach the surface, I will shoot through the water like the flat water boatman, or best of all, dart through the air like a blue-winged dragonfly.
But as he crawls up the slippery stem, the feeling that he has no wings like the dragonfly makes him discouraged and almost despairing. At last, however, with much labor, he has reached the surface, has crept out of the water, and clinging to the green stem, feels the spring air and sunshine all about him. Why doesn't he begin to enjoy himself? Alas, see his sad disappointment. After all this toil, after passing some splendid chances of good breakfast on the way up, and spending his strength on this one exploit, he finds the fresh air suffocating him, and a strange and almost terrible feeling coming over him, as if his coat of mail, which until now has always kept wet, shrinks and seems even cracking off while the warm air dries it. Thinks the poor bug.
I must die. It was good enough for me for climbing up here. The mud and the water are good enough for my brothers, are good enough for me too. I feel weak, I feel strange. I can't go down the way I came up.
See how uneasy he grows, feeling about in doubt and dismay? For a darkness is coming over his eyes. It is the black helmet, part of his coat of mail. It is broken off at the top and is falling down over his face. A minute more and it drops below his chin. And what is his astonishment to find that as his old face breaks away, a new one comes in its place, larger and much more beautiful, having 2 of the most admirable eyes. 2, I say, because they look like 2, but each of them is made up of hundreds of little eyes. They stand out globe-like on each side of his head and look about over a world unknown and wonderful to the dull black bug who lived in the mud. The sky seems bluer, the sunshine brighter, and the nodding grasses and flowers more gay and graceful. Now he lifts his new head to see the great world, and behold, as he moves, he is drawing himself out of his old suit of armor, and from 2 neat little cases at his sides come 2 pairs of wings, folded up like fans, and put away here to be ready for use when the right time should come. Still half folded they are, and must be carefully spread open and smoothed for use. And while he trembles with surprise, see how with every movement he is escaping the old armor, and drawing from their sheaths fine legs, longer and far more beautifully made and colored than the old, and a slender body that was packed away like a spyglass, and is now drawn slowly out, one part after another, until at last the dark coat of mail dangles empty from the rushes, and above it sits a dragonfly with great wondering eyes, long slender body, and two pairs of delicate and gauzy wings, fine and firm as the ones he'd been watching but an hour ago. If you will go to some pond when spring is ending or summer beginning, and find among the water grasses such an insect as I have told you of, you may see all this for yourselves, and you will say with me, dear children, that nothing you have ever known is more wonderful.